Hi, here we go. Top three, kind of for scary things that I've come across, common things that I've come across that other people have seen too as I developed my psychic mediumship. So early on in childhood, I met this guy. I grew up in a kind of a chaotic, violent home for most of my life. And this guy showed up. He came out of a closet. He was kind of crouched down, and then these red eyes stood up. And I remember initially I had panic, but then a weird sense of calm, and I just knew that he wasn't gonna hurt me. He didn't ever hurt me. I saw him one more time not long after that on the playground. I was on the swing set, and I looked over in the corner of the playground, and in this dark shadowed place, there's these two red eyes. Never saw him again. Now skip forward, I meet this guy. This guy tormented me. Shadow man, crazy wide brimmed hat. He would oftentimes show up if it were raining. Like if it were storming outside, I could almost guarantee that this guy was gonna make an appearance. He was seen, I saw him in my backyard. I saw him in my bedroom. He tormented me in my dreams for at least like 6 or 7 months. It was terrifying. 0 of 10, do not recommend. Now fast forward a little bit later, I saw another version of him, again, early 20s, before I left the home, without the hat. It was just a shadow man. And that guy tormented me as well. Different in that he wasn't around, like weather didn't seem to affect him. He just kind of lived and breathed within my space and would stand in front of my door where I could see him to try to keep me in my room, and I would have to like run at him to get out of the room. It was terrifying. He followed me to my first apartment. I hated that guy. I've been free of him for a long time, but he still wasn't my top. So here is my top scary encounter. This guy. I'm pretty sure this is the only demon I've ever encountered in my life. Me and my husband were living in another violent, crazy environment. It was an apartment in a bad side of town. We had drive-by shootings, lots of gang activity, drugs, you name it. It was a cheap place. We were just trying to we were surviving on ramen noodles. It was crazy. This guy showed up. That whole apartment complex was haunted. I was running into things all the time. I wasn't in good control of my psychic mediumship, but I could handle the constant company until this thing arrived. I was at my computer and I just got this sense of dread, is the best way I can describe it. That sulfur smell that people talk about, it's real. I got that. I felt like I was gonna vomit, and then I turned my head and this thing was right in my face, except it was transparent, but like this lion nose. This is the closest artistic representation I could find. And this is damn close. The ears, everything, that kind of mischievous scowl. Y'all, my heart left my body. I just knew that this thing was gonna kill me. I had to sit outside in the dark of my apartment complex for hours until my husband got home. My then boyfriend, now husband, got home, and I was shaking all over. I could barely bring myself to go back inside because of how badly this thing scared me. So these are my top 3/4 if you count wide brim hat, not wide brim hat. Have you guys met any of these variations, and what was that like?